10 Types of idiots at the office and how to deal with them. After years of working in different offices, I've realized that certain types of personalities show up everywhere. Some people make your day better, while others can drive you up the wall. Let me share my experiences with the 10 types of office idiots you're bound to encounter, along with some practical advice on how to handle them. The know-it-all. I've worked with people who seem to have an opinion on everything, whether it's work-related or completely random. They love offering unsolicited advice even when it's not helpful. My advice: acknowledge their input politely, and if the advice is useful, take it. If it's not, don't argue, just let it slide. Staying calm and neutral helps you avoid unnecessary friction. There's always that person who leaves everything to the last minute. I remember once scrambling to meet a deadline because a teammate hadn't started their portion of the project until the night before. My advice: set clear deadlines and check in early to make sure they're on track. A friendly reminder can work wonders without coming across as nagging. The office gossip. I've worked with people who seem to know everyone's business. While it can be entertaining at times, it often creates unnecessary drama. My advice: keep conversations professional and avoid sharing anything personal. If they start gossiping about others, steer the conversation back to work or politely excuse yourself. The drama queen king. These are the people who turn every minor inconvenience into a full-blown crisis. I once had a colleague who acted like losing a pen was the end of the world. My advice: stay calm and focus on solutions. Don't feed into their theatrics. It only makes things worse. Encourage them to look at the bigger picture. The chameleon. This person changes their personality depending on who they're talking to. While it can be a skill, it sometimes feels insincere. My advice: be consistent and genuine in your interactions with them. It helps build trust and encourages them to show their true self. I've always appreciated the office nerd. They're the ones who know every detail about a process or system, but can sometimes get bogged down in specifics. My advice: let them shine in their area of expertise, but gently guide them to focus on the big picture when necessary. Their knowledge is invaluable when directed effectively. The jock. This person treats the office like a competitive sports field, constantly trying to one-up everyone. While their energy can be motivating, it can also create unnecessary tension. My advice: emphasize teamwork and celebrate group achievements. Show them that collaboration often leads to better results than competition. The quiet one. I've worked with colleagues who prefer to keep to themselves, rarely joining in on office conversations or events. While they're often reliable, their reserved nature can feel distant. My advice: respect their boundaries, but invite them to join discussions or activities. Small gestures of inclusion can go a long way in making them feel valued. The space invader. We've all had that coworker who doesn't understand personal boundaries. I once had someone lean over my shoulder while I was typing. It was incredibly uncomfortable. My advice: politely set boundaries by saying something like, "I'll be with you in a moment," or gently ask for space in a friendly tone. The micromanager. This person can't resist hovering over your work, double-checking everything you do. It's frustrating and makes you feel like they don't trust you. My advice: build their confidence in you by providing regular updates on your progress. Over time, they may loosen their grip once they see you're dependable. How to avoid becoming one of these idiots. We've all been guilty of annoying our colleagues at some point. I know I have. Reflecting on your own behavior is key to improving workplace relationships. Be respectful. Show consideration for others' time, space, and opinions. Be helpful. Offer support when teammates are overwhelmed. It builds goodwill. Be supportive. Celebrate others' successes and offer encouragement. Be fun to work with. Bring positivity and humor to the workplace, but always stay professional. The takeaway: every office has its fair share of characters, and while some may test your patience, others can make your workday more enjoyable. The key is to approach these personalities with understanding, patience, and a little humor. By staying professional and focusing on your own behavior, you can navigate any office dynamic with ease. And who knows, you might even turn those idiots into allies. What not to do with each type of office idiot. While dealing with tricky office personalities requires patience and tact, there are also things you should absolutely avoid to prevent escalating conflicts or creating a negative work environment. Let me walk you through what not to do with each type of office idiot so you can navigate these interactions smartly. The know-it-all. What not to do. Don't challenge their knowledge unnecessarily, especially in public. It will likely lead to a defensive argument. Don't dismiss their ideas outright, even if they're irrelevant. It can come off as rude and escalate tensions. The procrastinator. What not to do. Don't take over their tasks unless absolutely necessary. It enables their behavior and increases your workload. Don't wait until the last minute to remind them about deadlines. It will only stress everyone involved. The office gossip? What not to do. Don't engage in gossip or share confidential information. It can backfire and damage your reputation. Confront them aggressively about their behavior. It might make you the next subject of their gossip. The drama queen king. What not to do. Don't match their energy or react emotionally. It will only escalate the drama. Don't dismiss their concerns entirely, as it might make them feel unheard and intensify their behavior. The chameleon. What not to do. Don't assume they're insincere without evidence. It might just be their way of navigating social dynamics. Don't try to call them out publicly. It could damage trust and make interactions awkward. The nerd. What not to do. Don't brush off their detailed explanations. It might demotivate them and lead to misunderstandings later. Don't overload them with vague instructions. They thrive on specifics and clarity. The jock. What not to do. Don't feed into their competitive nature by trying to one-up them. It can create unnecessary tension. Don't ignore their achievements completely. They often seek recognition and may feel slighted. The quiet one. What not to do. Don't pressure them to participate in every conversation or event. It might make them uncomfortable. Don't assume their silence means they're disengaged. They might just prefer observing over speaking. The space invader. What not to do. Don't lash out or respond aggressively. It can create hostility and make future interactions tense. Don't silently endure their behavior. It might encourage them to continue invading your personal space. The micromanager. What not to do. Don't ignore their feedback completely. They often have valid points, even if their delivery is overbearing. Don't challenge their authority openly. It might make them double down on their controlling behavior. General advice. What not to do with any of these types. Don't take it personally. Their behavior usually stems from their own insecurities or habits, not a personal attack. Don't gossip about them. Venting about colleagues can damage your reputation and relationships. Don't avoid them completely. Avoidance may miscommunication or bigger issues down the line. Don't respond with aggression. Emotional reactions rarely lead to productive outcomes in a professional setting. The takeaway. Dealing with difficult personalities at work isn't easy, but knowing what not to do can help you avoid unnecessary drama and maintain professionalism. By staying calm, setting boundaries, and focusing on solutions, you can navigate these interactions effectively and preserve a healthy work environment.